Mr. Panda was the CEO of Bamboo Crisps Limited, and he just received the performance reports for the last year. It seemed that sales and profits were decreasing, which infuriated Mr. Panda. After some thinking, he decided to call in some researchers to help him out. Mr. Panda wanted to know which product line extension the company should invest in. The researchers then developed his question into a marketing research problem. They wanted to measure the customer perception towards 3 flavors: salty, cheesy, and barbecue. Remember, while developing the research question and hypothesis, you have to pay attention to certain aspects, such as testable and measurable variables. First of all, they looked at qualitative research, which is an unstructured, primarily exploratory design based on small samples intended to provide depth, insight, and understanding. They hope to get useful information through individual candidates' self-reflection of social and cultural values. Qualitative research can be divided into many different methods. Direct ways include interviews and focus groups. Indirect ways involve projective and observation techniques. We are going to look at focus groups. The researchers used a focus group because they're a great way of developing a new product. Focus groups are discussions conducted by a trained moderator in a non-structured and neutral manner with a small group of participants. Some key characteristics are to provide a comfortable environment so that participants can convey their thoughts and feelings in their own words, and to encourage them to share their ideas. Food and drinks are provided, as sometimes they can last up to 6 hours. Stimuli and prototypes are also given as talking points. They are usually audio or video recorded for analysis purposes. Advantages are that open discussion is encouraged, and this does not restrict answers. Also, you are collecting many participants' data together, saving time compared to an individual interview. Furthermore, one idea can inspire a chain of reactions of thoughts and ideas. Disadvantages are the data interpretation may be biased and the results may be difficult to quantify. Also, people can get distracted and may not pay attention, making it hard for the moderator to control the group. They use content analysis to interpret the data collected from the focus group. Analyzing words that the participants used, the researcher found positive influences towards cheesy and barbecue flavoured crisps. The other most used approaches include grounded theory and semiotics. In terms of quantitative analysis, the researchers chose to do an online survey, a structured questionnaire administered to a sample of the target population, designed to elicit specific information from the participants. For example, they asked, how frequently do you buy crisps, where do you buy them from, and would you like a bigger variety of flavours? Sometimes the scale used in a questionnaire is inappropriate, therefore the data collected is not useful for the purpose of the research. Online surveys have advantages such as the fact that skip patterns can be used. Problems might arise in terms of sampling frames, access to web, and technical issues caused by the high number of devices using different operating systems and having different physical characteristics. After you collect the surveys, it is time for data analysis and interpretation. You are going to be overwhelmed by numbers. Fast-moving consumer goods companies target the mass market. However, it does not mean that you can assume all of your consumers are homogeneous. The t-test is a tool to help you understand the differences between your consumer groups. Here we will utilize the independent t-test. It compares 2 means from different groups. Questions that could be used are shown next. Now it's time for interpretation. First, look at the Levene's test of equality of variance. If the sig value is less than 0.05, which means significant, the assumption of homogeneity of variances has been violated. Then look at column sig for the level of difference. Effect size or Cohen's d could be used to continue analysing whether the effect is significant. In our case, the model could be applied as follows. Jane's tip is to pay attention to outliers, which may significantly change your regression model. Also, do not let influential cases dominate your regression model. After analysing and interpreting the data, the researchers accepted the experimental hypothesis and presented their results to Mr. Panda, who was pleased with the findings and introduced a new variety of flavours. He sold crisps happily ever after.